are people going to change their behavior to fix it? All of those things have to be asked in this first stage. You're testing your solution. You're testing is the product in the mind of the buyer? Right? What's important to them about it? Are you giving people a reason to change?
Previously you said that we should align with our customers' behavior, and now you say that we should change their behavior.
No, I say that you should understand. Are you giving them a reason to change? So,
which one is better?
This gave people a reason to change because it was 0% fat. But I could always get yogurt in a canister. But that gave people a reason to change because they heard about how fat wasn't good for them, so that drove a reason to change. Product was in the mind of the buyer. People said, geez, I'm getting too much fat in my food, but I love my yogurt. Okay. Let's give them a reason to buy yogurt in a canister with no fat. Give them a reason to change. The product was put in the mind of the buyer by creating all of this noise. And the noise around this, right? I can't find healthy food online. I can't find healthy food. There isn't one place to go for healthy food online. No place amasses healthy food. I'm all over the place. So I don't know what's good. So you're creating the product in the mind of the buyer and giving them a reason to change. In this first stage, people make emotional decisions for logical reasons. Create the emotion with your marketing, but you got to have it connect to a logical reason. That logical reason will be based on the value proposition of your product to your customers.
Or do you call it an emotional decision when it's based on logical reasoning? It doesn't make sense to me.
Think of something that emotionally you'd love to have. Just think about it. I don't want to get inside your heads on this question. Think about it. Something you want, emotionally that you really want. What drives you to either execute on that or not? Your logic. Logic, reasoning. I don't really need that. Hey, that's a $3,000 or $5,000 bag. Marketing around it is create this emotional need for this $3,000 to $5,000 bag. God, I'd love to have it. Logic kicks in. I can't afford that. That's crazy. That's a waste of money.
Not always.
What? Not always.
There is a distinctive difference between women and men.
Yes, there is. And that's why when you follow the dollars, that's an excellent point. You're absolutely right. And we won't go into all the differences about it. But that is a great point. And so the question is, as I follow the dollars and understand who my demographic is, who's really buying this, then helps me decide how do I spend my marketing dollars. Right? Who am I going to give that reason to change to? And I remember this one. This is another one. People. So when you do this exercise, when you go through this stage 1, before we start to move to stage 2, people buy from people. Smartphones and apps, huge distribution channel. But ultimately there are people putting those apps together. There are people that are figuring out the best way for that app to work. There are people that you're expecting to buy. There are people that you're expecting to engage. There are people that you have for your employees. There are people that you have for your investors. Do not forget that people buy from people. It is about people. So people buy from people. Product is in the mind of the buyer. You have to give them a reason to change. People make emotional reasons, emotional decisions for logical reasons. And this one, from a marketing perspective, is key. The use of power is key. Who can buy? You talk about parents and kids. Do you market to kids? Can the kids buy, or should the parents? Do they buy? Who do you market to? Who has the power? That could be, but that's a question to ask. At what age are kids able to handle their own finances or buy? Right? Big issue around the world, right, is credit card debt. And how young people are that have credit card debt. 14, 15, 13 years old. For some reason they've gotten credit cards, they have credit card debt. But the question is, where's the power? Who is the buyer? Not who is the customer. It's different. Who is the buyer? Who's the user and where's the solution? Who's making the buy? From a marketing perspective, you have to answer that question. So when you follow the dollars in and follow the dollars out, you get a good idea where the power exists in the financial transaction. Then I would do this also for the use of the product. So who's using the product? A lot of food companies are marketing to mothers, because mothers do the food shopping. Mothers set the menu for dinner. Mothers watch what their kids eat. But some would say that the parents together are the power in a couple or in a family. But the mothers make those decisions. So you would be risking if you just marketed to the parents as a group rather than the mothers as the influencers. So who are your buyers? Who are your influencers? And how are you targeting them? These are the things that you'll work on in stage one. Low overhead and really know your clients. Right? Stage two, start to focus on the most valuable products and services that you're offering. So you come out of this, stage one, and now you start to focus on sort of what's the most valuable to your entity. Stage three is where you start to expand into more buyers, and this is where you would develop functional expertise. So this is where you're going to go out and you're really going to find a key marketing person in marketing pricing or marketing communications. Yeah.
And in which stage we have to identify and build a strategy around the retention of loyal customers?
Right as you move from stage one to stage two. Because what's going to happen, Alexander, is you're going to take those customers that you believe are right for your product, and then you're going to prune the others away. Because this is where now you've focused on those. You've got a lot of different things going on here. Right? In your first stage, you're going to be marketing, any business is good business. And then you're going to find all of a sudden that, boy, we're marketing to the wrong group because we're getting this business and the margins aren't good and the product's not working well in the way they're using it. Hey, they're using it this way, so let's now remarket it. So as you come out of that stage one into stage two, that's where you're